I'm going to perform a vehicle pre-trip inspection. Remember, on your inspection, you have 30 minutes to do your inspection. You want to remember to point to or touch the item or items. Okay, I'm going to start off inside the cab with the vehicle off, and then we're going to just follow along. Okay, examiner, I'm going to begin my exam. I'm going to turn my key in a run position. As I turn the key in a run position, you'll notice that my ABS light, it comes on, goes off, it is working properly. Next, I'm going to start my vehicle. I always perform a safe start. Press my clutch, make sure my brakes are set. I'll make sure that the vehicle is in neutral, and then I'll proceed to start the vehicle. Okay, so as the vehicle start up, I don't hear my low air pressure alarm, so I have adequate pressure. Long as I'm clearly over 100 pounds of pressure on both gauges, I'm pretty much good to start doing my parking brake / tug test, where I would check for my tractor brake, and then I'll check that my trailer brake is holding as well. Okay, so I'll start off by pressing the clutch, releasing my parking brake for the tractor. It doesn't matter which one you check first. Okay. Okay, so my trailer brake is holding and it's working properly. To leave the vehicle in gear, I'll switch these. Okay, examiner, my tractor brake is holding, it's working properly. Next, I'll release both. I'm going to pull forward a couple of feet. Okay, both brakes are released. I'm going to pull forward and I'm going to check my service brakes. Okay, service brakes are working properly. My vehicle did not pull to the left or the right, which will indicate that my brakes are out of adjustment. Okay, now you don't set these brakes back out. Okay, now we're set up to perform our air brake leak test. Okay, but so far we just got 1 point. You get 1 point for checking both gauges, and then you get 1 point for your service brake test and also checking that the ABS light came on and went off. Okay, step 1 for the air brake leak test: build your air pressure up. You don't have to overly rev the engine, you know, get it to about 1500, but I'm going to build up my air pressure till I get between 120 and 140 psi, and I'm going to listen for my governor cutoff. So build that air pressure up between 120 and 140, and we're listening for the governor cutoff. The more I hit the accelerator, the more my RPMs are increasing. So I told the examiner it's all about what's going to happen before. Tell the examiner what you're going to do and then what actually happens. So now we're listening. I told him between 120 and 140, the governor should cut off. Now we're just listening for it to cut out. Okay, examiner, my governor did cut out at approximately 130 psi. Remember, both brake valves are pushed in. Our air pressure is fully charged. Okay, and now I'm going to shut off the vehicle. From there, you put it right back in a run position. All right, so that was step 1. Step 2, examiner, I'm going to hold my foot on the brake. I should not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. So foot on the brake. Examiner, I should not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. 1, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you continue to count to for 1 minute, 60 seconds. Now, as long as you don't take your foot off the brake at 15 seconds, 20 seconds, you can always ask that examiner, hey, examiner, I have not lost more than 4 PSI in 1 minute. Can I continue on to the next step, or would you like me to keep holding the brake? All right, so I got an examiner. He said, hey, it's okay to go to the next step. So foot off the brake. Okay, and again, what happened? Examiner, again, I did not lose more than 4 PSI in 1 minute. Step 3, I'll continue to fan down the air pressure. Before 55 PSI, repeat, before 55 PSI, my low air alarm and buzzer will sound. Okay, now realize that alarm can be an indicator on the dash, or it can actually be that beeping sound that you hear. So start fanning down the air pressure. And we told the examiner before 55 PSI, our low air alarm should come on. Be ready to identify where it actually comes on at. Okay, examiner, my low air alarm, it came on at 60 PSI. That's very important. My low air alarm did come on at 60 PSI. If the key was not in the run position, you would not hear that low air alarm. All right, examiner, my last step, step 4, I'm going to continue to fan down the air pressure. Between 20 and 45 PSI, both brake valves should pop out. Okay, so I'm going to continue to fan down the air pressure between 20 and 45 PSI, both brake valves should pop out. Okay, examiner, both brake valves did pop out at approximately 30 PSI. That concludes my air brake test. So I'll continue along with the rest of my inspection. Okay, I'll just start the vehicle up. So I'm going to depress my clutch, start the vehicle back up. Okay, so you'll continue to hear that buzzer until the air pressure builds back up. Okay, examiner, I'm going to check my indicators on my dash. So I'm going to check my left turn signal indicators working properly. So remember to point to or touch the item or items. My right turn signal indicators working properly. My four-way flashers are working properly. My high beam indicator is working properly. All right. Also, I want to check to make sure that my DEF gauge, I have the adequate DEF fluid. I have 3/4 of a tank of DEF fuel. My city horn is working properly. My country horn is working properly. And my windshield wipers are working properly, along with my windshield washer fluid. So I'll cut those on, and then my windshield washer fluid as well. Working properly. So this is the windshield wiper, and then this is the washer button here. My defrost. So my defrost. And my heater are both working properly. Okay. My windshield is not cracked, broken, free of any illegal stickers. I have stickers, but they're illegal. Windshield is secure. My mirrors and my traffic monitoring devices. So my mirrors, you want to go to all 6 mirrors, make sure they're not cracked, broken. Traffic monitoring device could be your camera or your crash mitigation system. You want to make sure that's working properly. The mirrors are not cracked, chipped. Mirrors are not broken, and my mirrors are adjusted for me. Underneath this panel here, examiner, I have spare fuses and circuit breakers. If you look over here, I have 3 reflective triangles secure in their box. Without getting outside the vehicle, examiner, I have a fully charged, as you can see with the needle in green. It's fully charged. The pin is in place. It's also the proper type. It's an ABC fire extinguisher securing this bracket. Okay. Always take a moment, make sure that you checked everything off. Examiner, would you please step outside my vehicle? I'll shut the vehicle off for safety purposes. I'm gonna roll down my window. And examiner, if you'll help me inspect my lights, that's on the front of my tractor, on the front of my trailer, and down the side of my both vehicles, my tractor and my trailer. So that's 4 areas. 4 areas I want that examiner to check. Front of my tractor, the front of my trailer, down the sides of the truck and the trailer, down the sides of the truck and the trailer. Okay, I'll shut the vehicle off. I just leave the key in the run position, and I want to make sure that my lights are on, just so I can ensure, like when I check my high beams, that everything's okay. Okay, so I have the examiner outside. Examiner, my headlights and clearance lights are working properly down on the front of my tractor. Also, I want to make sure that the front of my trailer, the clearance lights are working properly, and then my clearance / marker lights on the side of the tractor and the trailer are working properly. Left turn signal on the front of the tractor and on the sides of the trailer. Right turn signal, it's working properly. 4-way flashers are working properly. I've already checked your headlights and clearance lights. They come on as soon as you hit the switch. So as soon as you hit the switch, clearance lights and headlights come on. Don't forget about your high beams. Left turn signal, right turn signal. 4-way flashers, high beam. Okay, examiner, make sure that you also got clearance lights on the front of the trailer. Also, the turn signals in the 4 ways that I mentioned, and there's also the clearance / marker lights are for the side of the tractor and for the side of the trailer. All right, examiner, would you please step to the left rear corner of my trailer? And examiner, I'll have you check the lights on the rear of my trailer, and also just stand to the left so that you can see the lights on the rear of my tractor. Okay, same thing. Long as the lights are already on. Examiner in the rear, and I'm yelling out there for the examiner can hear me. My tail lights and clearance lights on the rear of my trailer. Also, don't forget about the lights on the rear of my tractor as well. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. 4-way flashers. Brake lights. Don't forget to press brake and check your brake lights. All right, examiner, those lights were for, okay, examiner, those lights were for the rear of the trailer and the rear of the tractor. What would you like me to do with the key? The examiner said, hey, shut your lights off. Make sure that you shut this vehicle off. Let's get the key in the off position. Straight up and down. He also said you can leave the key inside, but I think I'll just take the key. Keep that key in my pocket for safety reasons. Okay, examiner, I'm going to start off by inspecting the front of my vehicle. First of all, I want to check with checking all my lenses, clearance lights, all of my reflectors, lenses, headlights, turn signals. They're all clean, proper color. They are secure. If you look underneath my vehicle, I don't see any puddles and I don't see any leaks underneath the front of my vehicle. Okay, I'm going to come over here and unlatch the hood. Check that my coolant reservoir is not cracked, it's not leaking, the cap is on tight. You can see that my fluid levels between max and minimum. Examiner, on this side of my engine, I do not see any leaks. No fluids are dripping, no puddles. Also, I don't hear any leaks as well. Okay, so I took care of my coolant reservoir. I'll go around to the other side. Examiner, please watch your head on the mirror. Same thing with this mirror here. Please watch your head. Make sure you got a pointer. All right, examiner, this is my oil dipstick. I will pull it out, check to make sure that my fluid level is between add and full. If I need to add additional oil, I will do that here. Examiner, my power steering reservoir is not cracked, it's not leaking. As you can see, the fluid level is between max and minimum. The cap is on tight. Hoses are not cut or leaking. So my power steering hoses are not cut or leaking, they are secure. My steering gearbox is not cracked, it's not leaking, it is secure. So again, my power steering hoses, not cut, not leaking, they are secure. Steering gearbox is not cracked, broken, not leaking, it is secure. My pitman arm and my drag link are not cracked, broken, or missing, they are secure, secured by the castle nut and cotter pin. My tie rod is not cracked, broken, or missing, it is secure, also secured by castle nuts and cotter pins. My shock absorber is not cracked or leaking, it is secure. The top mount and the bottom mount is not cracked or broken, and that's on my suspension. My leaf springs are not cracked, broken, or missing, they are secure. My front spring mount and also my rear spring mount are not cracked, broken, or missing, they are secure. So don't forget, leaf spring, spring mount, front and rear, shock absorber is not cracked, broken, not leaking, and you want to say those individually. My brake hoses are not cut or leaking, they are secure. So my brake hoses. Examiner, on this side of my engine, I don't see any leaks, no puddles. Hoses are not cut or leaking. My wires are not cut, torn, or frayed, and I don't hear any leaks. My brake drum, as you can see on the inside, is free of any contaminants, any grease, oil, and debris, and I have at least a 1/4 inch thickness of brake lining. My tire tread is evenly worn. I have at least 4/32 of tire tread. There are no abrasions, bulges, or cuts on the side walls of my tires. I would check for proper inflation with a tire gauge. My rims don't have any cracks. They're not bent, no cracks, no illegal welds. All of my lug nuts are present, free of any excessive rust or any shiny spots which would indicate looseness. My front suspension is not equipped with an airbag, but I'll show you airbags anyway. I just want to mention them anyway. So I'm just coming here to this rear suspension. Again, you shouldn't have to do this on the test, but just so students are aware of where the airbags are, I'm going to go ahead and show you. So my airbags are not cut, not leaking. They are secure by the top mount and the bottom pedestal for the airbags. All right, examiner, I'm going to take a moment to shut down the hood and latch it. Examiner, on the side of my vehicle, I want to make sure that my traffic monitoring devices, aka my mirror frame and mount, so my traffic monitoring device is on the side, which is basically my mirrors. The frame is not cracked or broken, the mounts are not cracked, broken, or missing. My lights on the side of the vehicle, all lights, lenses, and reflectors on the side are clean, proper color, they are secure. Underneath this panel right here, examiner, I have, and you don't necessarily have to lift this, I just want you to see, I have 3 batteries, all secured, and the wires are not, 3 batteries, they're secure, they're not leaking, the wires are not cut, torn, or frayed, free of any excessive corrosion. Also, lights and reflectors on the side, so my lights and reflectors on the side of the truck, clean, proper color, they are secure. My DEF tank is not cracked, not leaking, it is secure, there's no puddles underneath. My cap is on tight, It's secure. My fuel tank is not cracked or leaking. It is secure. My cap is on tight underneath the cap. The seal and the chain is not worn thin or not broken. They are secure. There's no puddles or leaks underneath my fuel tank. The frame of my tractor has no illegal welds or drill holes. It's not cracked or broken. It is secure. My airlines are not cut or leaking. They are secure. They are secured by the glad hands, which are not cracked or broken. That's from the front of the trailer to the rear of the tractor. My electrical line from the front of the trailer to the rear of the tractor is not cut, torn, or frayed. It is secured, and it's secured by the safety latch, which is not cracked or broken. My clearance lights and reflectors on the front of the trailer, including the side, including my DOT tape down the side of the trailer, are all clean, proper color. They are secure. Talked about the frame of my tractor, which is not cracked or broken, no illegal welds or drill holes. I have the proper clearance. From the rear of my tractor to the landing gear. And I also would check to make sure that my sliding fifth wheel frame is not cracked or broken, that my locking pins are in a locked position, and I have the proper clearance. Okay? My apron is not cracked or broken. It is secure. My release arm is in a locked position. It's not cracked, broken, or missing. It is secure. There is no gap between the apron and the skid plate of my fifth wheel. The fifth wheel is not cracked or broken, and the skid plate is not cracked or broken. It has grease. My locking jaws are not cracked or broken. They are secure around the shank of the kingpin, and my kingpin is not cracked, broken, or missing. It is secure. As you can see, Examiner, my DOT reflective tape and lights on the rear of my tractor are all clean, proper color. They are secure. My landing gear is fully raised. It's not cracked or broken. It is secured by the crank handle that is resting in its cradle. My crank handle is not cracked or broken. DOT reflective tape down the side of the trailer is all clean, proper color. It's secure. All of my lights, clean, proper color. They are secure. My lenses are not cracked or broken. Frame of my trailer, the cross members and frames to the trailer. My cross members and frame to the trailer is not cracked or broken. I'm missing any rivets. It is secure. My sliding tandem release arm is in a locked position. It's not cracked or broken. The frame to my sliding tandem is not cracked or broken. No illegal welds. My locking pins, my locking pins are in a locked position. Locking pins are in a locked position. Lights down the side of my lenses on the side of the trailer are clean, proper color, not cracked or broken. They are secure. My ABS light on the side of the trailer is clean, proper color. It's functioning properly. If it was on, there would be an issue with the ABS system. Examiner on the rear of my trailer, all of my DOT reflective tape is all clean, proper color. It is secure. All of my lights, the lenses on the rear, including my clearance lights, tail lights, brake lights are all clean, proper color. The lenses are not cracked or broken.